Hello everybody, welcome to the channel today. This is going to be another video about Ship of Harkinian. I made a video a few months back. I'll put it on the card right up there so that if you guys want to go back and watch that video, that's cool. But this is an update version of that video. And what we have going on is essentially there's a group of people called Ship of Harkinian, which you'll see right up there. This is their website. I encourage you to go there. It'll lead you to their Discord page or their GitHub page, and you can download everything you need except for the Ocarina of Time ROM, which, you know, get it however you need to. And it gives you instructions on how to install the mod. And the reason that I made this video is because since I installed the original one that I had, which was, a few iterations down the line, they have done basically a complete overhaul from everything that I can tell. And there's a lot of quality of life stuff. There's some little things here and there that I really enjoyed that they've added to it. And so I'm going to talk about that today. If you already have it installed, it's fairly simple just to put the new version of Ship of Harkinian in, and you'll be able to keep your save files and everything like that. And that's actually what I did. So in any case, so like I said, this right here is their website that you can see. It will lead you where you need to go. There's a frequently asked questions, setup guide, all that kind of stuff. Another setup guide here. So they obviously want people to know how to do this. But without further ado, let's actually look at the mod and see what they have going on. So this is the menu. And if you're new or you're familiar with this, whenever you bring up the game once it loads and everything, you press escape. It used to be F1, but now you press escape. Nothing crazy. It's just a button change. I don't know why they did it, but that's the way they did it. And if I went through every little thing that is included in here, I would be here all day and you would get tired of watching this video and looking at my stupid face talking. So I'm going to hit a few points that I really liked, and I encourage you to go through and see what you like and, make it whatever you want it to be. The first thing that we're going to talk about is the textures. Now, I will put a link to the textures that I used for this. I'll put a link in the video description telling you where to find the texture pack that I use. I personally love it. I think it's beautiful. The skies are vibrant. As you can see, as you'll be able to see in a second, there's clouds moving by instead of it just being a static sky. Beautiful, beautiful texture pack. And whenever you install the texture packs, you need to go here to use alternate assets and make sure that that is checked, because that will look for other texture assets in order to use them. Then the other thing that I put on here was whenever you walk into the Temple of Time where the Master Sword is at on the little pedestal, the medallions that you have collected so far are on the floor or around on the little stairs. All right. As you collect them, they will be colored in. If you haven't collected it yet, it'll still be that whitish gray color until you collect them, obviously. Other thing, visual Stone of Agony, because the rumble packs went out a long time ago. Some controllers don't have a rumble function. Personally, I don't like the rumble function, so turn it off. There is a little picture of the Stone of Agony that'll show up on the left-hand side of your screen. And it'll start blinking as you get closer to where you need to interact with whatever, which is what the Stone of Agony is for. Now, this right here is the really, really cool. It's not anything groundbreaking. I just think it's really cool. It says show more info on file select. And what that means is simply this. This is what it looks like now. This is what it used to look like. obviously the background is updated, but this is the amount of info that they included in the file select. So I really like that turned on, and I will be keeping that turned on from here on out. And if anybody from Ship of Harkinian is watching this, please more of this, more of this right here. I like this. This is a little nitpicky thing. I'm not really nitpicking it. I love it. But yes, more of this stuff. So that's it for the graphics. So now we're going to go over to settings and go to controls. Now this is something that I really, really like. I do not have a wireless Nintendo 64 controller. And because of that, I have to use the right thumbstick. And this happened during my live stream. Um, I was in the water temple trying to fight the dungeon boss. I forget the name of the boss. It's right on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember. Anyway, so I was in there fighting the boss, and I was trying to hit right on the thumbstick or left, and it would do anything but that. And it was so aggravating, and I almost was like, you know what, the heck with it. So after that live stream, I went to this page right here, and I took the C left, put it as the LB, and the C down as the RB, and because I use an Xbox One controller, and so I had those two options, so I don't have to. I set my main weapons, two weapons that I'm going to use for for fighting and everything, to the RB and LB because I'm not using them for anything else, and that way I avoid pressing the wrong direct, like not getting the right thumbstick just right, and doing something that I don't want to do, like pulling out my ocarina in the middle of a fight. I don't want to do that. That's crazy. So a really cool thing. And there's other options down here. I'm only hitting a couple of things. Like I said, I'd be here all night. I just want to give you guys kind of a run through of what I'm doing. And hey, if you have something that you're doing, please put it down in the comments, because maybe it'll help me for the way I play. It's very user dependent on the way that you play, as far as what works best for you. And I'm going to do what works best for me, but I would appreciate any input that you guys have. Maybe there's an idea that I haven't thought of yet. So we're going to go back to enhancements and go to skips and speed ups. Now the Ocarina of Time is a beautiful game. I've loved it since like 98 when it was first released. However, there are a lot of times where people just will not shut up. The owl and the Great Deku Tree are the prime examples of that. I know that they're important characters to this. Well, the tree is the important character of the story. The owl, he provides, exposition and stuff like that. But there's sometimes when you're just, and if you make a mistake in the original vanilla version, if you make a mistake and hit yes, I would like to hear what you said again, then you have to go through the whole thing, and you have to wait. It's so aggravating. So the people at well, I'm going to call it Ship of Harkinian, SOH, because it's kind of hard to say sometimes, and it's getting late and I'm tired. The people at SOH understood that, and they went through and gave us a few little gems as far as time saving. Skip story cutscenes. If you like the cutscenes, don't check this, because it's going to skip every single one of them. Skip the song cutscenes. That's where you have to play the song, like the Bolero of Fire or the Requiem of Shadow and stuff like that. You just show up to the area and it gives you the song. People who've played this for a long time already know the song. And so it does save a lot of time. Another thing is down here is the skip text. Now, pretty much what that enables is, if you hold down B, like it says on the screen, in case you can't read it, I'm going to tell you what it says. And whenever there's a lot of dialogue, you can hold down B. If it's not a cutscene, if it's just two characters there talking and they're not like telling a story, you can hold down B and it'll skip the entire thing. In the previous iterations of SOH, I was using that for the owl because he talks so much. So again, there's tons of different time-saving things there. I highly encourage you to go through and look and see what you like, see what you don't, and get through the gaming, get to the gameplay. Honestly, I wish something like this was for Metal Gear Solid, the first one, because they talk so flippin' much in that game, especially towards the end. It kind of irritates me, and I'm just like, let me get back to the story, like playing the story. So then, for people who kind of want more difficulty in the game, there's this. There are a lot of different, I haven't tried any of them. The game, personally, difficulty-wise, is perfect the way it is, in my opinion. Some people like more difficulty, and that's fine. That's what this is for. There's a damage multiplier. This one right here really tripped me out. If you die, your game file is deleted. Like, that's pretty serious. I mean, if you want that kind of challenge, then by all means, there it is for you. Cosmetic center. There we go. So if you like to play around with colors, and plenty of people do that, and you want to make a bunch of different things, different colors, and just to spruce up the game a little bit, make it a little bit different, because it's an action adventure game. It never changes unless you use a randomizer, but we're not going to talk about that. You can change the colors of Link's tunics, his gloves, his mirror shield, and different pieces of his equipment, his swords, even the consumables. Play around with this. Have fun with it. Do whatever you want to with it. I have this loaded on my Steam Deck, and the Zora tunic, the one for going underwater, it's actually black, like jet black. And personally, I think it gives it a little spice to it. Definitely something different. Kind of, I hear AC/DC Back in Black playing in my head every time I play it using that tunic. So there's that. So with that being said, that I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to beat the dead horse. I don't want to belabor this any longer than it needs to be. So if you install this, play around with everything. I mean, you can change the colors of the keys. You can even give Link a big head mode right here. Size of the fairies is different, so just all kinds of crazy stuff that you can play with. And this is the randomizer that I talked about earlier. It's just all kinds of different things that you can do. I encourage everybody to do that. This is an interesting little thing. This tells you the build version. So I'm playing the Blair Bravo version 9.01. And it tells you how long you've been playing it. I have 8 hours and 22 minutes in it, which for me is actually pretty good. I have all of the medallions except for one, and I'm ready to go to the Garuda Fortress in the desert and try to take on the Spirit Temple. One thing that I do want to do is show you guys how to install the texture packs once you get them downloaded. The 4 that I'm going to show you, they are total 20 gigabytes. I think 3 of them are, like 3 of the 4 are combined like a gigabyte and a half. And the other one is 18 and some change. So it's a really, really big file. Alrighty, so here we have the folder for Ship of Harkinian. And this right here will be what you launch to launch the game. There's a bunch of stuff in here. This is the unextracted file that I used for updating the version. I just took everything out of it and put it where it needed to be. And for downloading mods, or for installing mods, you have cleverly named, you go to the mod folder. Open that guy up. And these are the 4 mods that I was talking about. You move stuff around here. Screen. So these are the 4 mods that I was talking about. Once you have them downloaded, like I said, I'll put a link in the description for the ones that I use. There are dozens and dozens of other ones. You don't have to use the one that I'm using. I'm just giving you one example in case you can't find them or you don't trust where you're finding them. Once you have these loaded, once you have these put in the mods folder, you go back to the SOH option menu that we were looking at earlier. You hit allow alternate assets, and then everything should show up just fine. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, anything that you would like to add to the information that I gave, please by all means do so. I'm not above, being corrected or new information given. So I greatly encourage that. And everybody, start the conversation. If you've never done this before and you're kind of hesitant about it, then by all means, talk to somebody, ask them, hey, what's this really about? Is it really that much fun? The answer that I will always give is yes. And that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you like it. If you do, hit the like button. If you want to see more content like this, then go ahead and subscribe. And tomorrow, April 15th, I will be live streaming the last 2 levels, the Spirit Temple and Ganon's Castle of Ocarina of Time / Ship of Harkinian. And I hope to see you guys there. And if I don't, then I hope you're able to catch it on the replay. So see you guys then, and until next time, work hard, play hard, game hard, but above all else, be excellent to each other. Bye.